Look at that. I found a new angle.
I started content 6 years ago and I had no clue where it was going to take me. I had no clue what I was doing. I was just trying to figure it out, trying to create Minecraft videos in my room. And then now, everyone needs content.
So if you don't know me yet, I'm Trey. I work with established entrepreneurs to help them grow their presence online. I record a little snippet like this every day, then I piece it together into a full week of work. I'm off of like 6 hours of sleep. In the last episode, you'll see me talking about how I went to bed at like 11. I actually stayed up till 1. So I was just like in this crazy flow state and I stayed up until 1 a.m. Not feeling horrible though. I feel like 6 hours isn't horrible, but I just can't do it for too long or else I'll start getting all messed up. If you don't know, I'm working with the entrepreneur Daniel Dalen. You might have seen him before. So what I do is I manage all his content, the content team I built up. So far I've been like creating thumbnails, titles, some of the shorts on like his clipping pages and stuff, which I'll show you in a second. But I've been trying to pull myself out of the process so we can delegate work and then scale. It's very difficult to scale if I'm the one doing all the work, right? So we're building out like pages of SOPs and all these different things that we can use to bring on new members and just get them up to speed as fast as we possibly can. But this morning I was like, all right, let's make an edit and just see what I can do. It's kind of fun, right? Let me show you what it is.
You can judge a person's character by their friends and associates and to some degree by their enemies. If evil people hate you, well, you might be doing something right.
What's the difference between me and you?
But yeah, a pretty busy week this week. I'm starting to take on new people as like consulting offers, scaling with Daniel. We're really getting it in a really nice position where things are structured and organized. A lot of interesting things to learn. Oh, also, if you don't know exactly how young I am, because I said I was young, I'm 16 years old, but I've been doing content for the past 6 years. So since I was 10, I started creating content, and I've just obsessed over it, watching every podcast on content creation, taking notes on videos. Like I think at the age of 13, I was looking at thumbnails of like Mr. Beast, Eric, whoever, these like big top name YouTubers. And I was literally like breaking down notes of like how the subject is centered, the colors they use, the contrast they have, the framing, the text they use, how the text correlates with the title, like all these crazy intricate things I was breaking down at such a young age. So I'm 16, but I've been doing it for so long that age does not matter. As you can see, I'm working with some pretty big individuals. So some cool stuff, and I'm excited to see where I can take it. This week's gonna be big. I'm excited for it. All right, I'm about to hop on a call right now with a clothing brand who wants my help to scale their marketing. I'm gonna be doing bi-weekly calls with them to get them up to speed, form a strategy with them, and then help them scale their marketing organically with content, of course. See how this goes.
Is it working?
Oh,
Sick.
good. How you doing?
Vibing, baby.
So it's cool to have like one video go viral, one video pop, or like even have a good week of just like high quality content. Things are flowing for you guys. You know, you're getting top quality footage. The edits are flowing. It's cool to have a good week of that. But unless you can have it consistent, there's no point. So it's very important that going forward, we have some sort of structure and system. So when something goes right, we can just continue doing the thing we're already doing.
That makes sense.
So I'd basically be doing this, but just like more thought out idea of what the video is, like before you even film it. Like, what are you guys doing this week? What's the main overview? Are we designing a new drop? Are we working on the marketing and shooting footage? Shoot me a text and like send that to me. Send me the first draft. I'll give you feedback on it. All right, guys. First call.
Good. It was very insightful. We've got a direction to go.
There we go.
Yeah, this was super helpful, man.
Awesome.
Really appreciate it.
And you guys are cool. I recorded this call. You're cool if I use that? The
Yeah.
footage?
Of course.
Awesome.
Yeah, 100%.
Alright, you want me to share my screen?
Yeah, I can share mine. An extra 2 to 3 editors. So I want these SOPs up so then we can just test it out with them.
Mm-hmm.
What up, Peter?
Damn it, Peter. What up?
All recording each other.
I feel like I've got the worst camera. I know, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Peter's John.
All right, I'm sitting here right now. I decided to dedicate like my whole day to just building systems because it's really important that you have structure to what you're doing. Because you can do something once, you can get a viral video, you can create some viral YouTube video, some perfect thumbnail and title, and it could just be luck, right? As much as there is strategy, there is reasoning behind why it did well, it could have just been luck that it happened for you, right? And as you know, there's that quote, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So like luck is luck, but you can increase your luck, right? And the way you do that is by creating systems and strategy. So if you're creating content and you don't have a system, you don't have a strategy,
you're missing out on a lot. You need it. But yeah, it's making a lot of sense. Like, that's what I've just been doing all day today, just building out the structure. Been working with Sam as well, who's Daniel's brother. He's on the content team and we're working together a lot. Yeah, we're side by side right now, just building this out. As I mentioned in the last video, I have not been going to the gym. I checked and it's actually been 5 days since I've gone to the gym. And I usually try to go like almost every single day. So we've been slacking a little bit, but that's just because I've been staying up super late and I cannot justify going to the gym at like 9 o'clock because then I'll stay up even later. But I've been working till like 10, 11, and then past that point it just becomes super unproductive, so I usually try to stop it. But I've had a couple nights where I've done like 1 a.m., which you saw in the last week's video. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish this up and then I'm gonna meet up with some friends in a bit, but I don't know if I'm gonna record that.
How often do you film? You just film like
Once a day.
Sorry, edit this one. Make sure that it takes some minutes you create it.
3 mile run. What up, guys? Just got these new shoes. Every different week, you probably changed his mind. Already? Bro, not. Yeah, once you start running.
Alright guys, just wanted to quickly hop on here and end this video off. Shorter video this week, but you know, it's tough to always have the camera around. I feel like it's nice to just set it to the side and do stuff for real, so it doesn't feel like you're living your life just for the camera, which I try to avoid at all costs. I mean, I want to share something with you guys that I know a lot of people watching this are probably more advanced than me. You've probably already done a bunch of great things, and I'm just starting to get a hint of how that actually is. But it feels like a lot of the time that you don't know where you're going. And every time you figure out where you're going, every time something becomes a little bit clear, it just gets more confusing, right? Another thing comes in that factors out what you originally thought was the truth. And I think that's normal though. I've heard a bunch of people talk about it, so I think it's a normal thing. I'm not too worried about it. I just gotta keep defining stuff and ensuring I'm going in the right direction. But I think more importantly than trying to do everything perfect is to try to do everything to the best of your ability. And by that I mean, don't try to go in the perfect direction, but rather pick the best direction you can pick off of the information you already have and then go full throttle down that direction, because you never know where you're gonna end up. I think it's important to try your hardest at everything you do, because you never know when one video you post, 100 videos down the line after getting 10 views a video, you never know when one video is gonna hit, when one video is gonna work, when one person sees your video that is gonna impact your life. And you never know. Like, that's the thing, is you have to just keep putting in the reps and keep trying until eventually something sticks. It's long-term thinking. It's understanding that what you do today will not impact you, will not change your life, will not make anything better instantly. Whether that be going to bed earlier is painful then, but the next day you'll like it, or even doing work for a year hard where you don't socialize much, where you just focus in on just pure work, pure focus, pure dedication, and just striving towards a goal. And it sucks for that year, but maybe in 3 years it'll benefit you, right? And notice it's 3 years. Like, that's a long time. I started content 6 years ago and I had no clue where it was going to take me. I had no clue what I was doing. I was just trying to figure it out, trying to create Minecraft videos in my room. And then sooner than later, I started to get traction. I started to figure it out, started to figure out what worked, what didn't. And then now, everyone needs content. Things just aligned. And I could never have predicted 6, 5, 4, even 2 years ago. I couldn't have predicted that things that I was doing 2 years ago would align with what I'm doing today. That it would all come together and it would start to work. And I think that's okay. You can't have everything figured out. You have to just kind of keep going and keep rowing the boat, even if you don't totally know if it's the perfect direction. Because sooner than later, you're just going to arrive somewhere and you're going to be like, good thing I tried. Because if you didn't, you're not going to go anywhere. So, you know, if you're lacking direction, the best you can do is just pick good direction. Just pick one of the options that you think is the best and just go the hardest you can at it. Because if you don't, there's no way you're going to end up anywhere worth going. Alright guys,
Great video this week. Like I said, this was a shorter one, but I think it was pretty valuable. I will see you next week. Next week's gonna be crazy. I have a lot of stuff planned, and I'll be documenting it all for you. So, I'll see you then.
No one checked on me when I needed. So I just stack my bread, stay in my bag and not in my feelings. Overthink too much, I get distracted, start to deep it.